there's one thing that you need as a statistical leader, as a leader in data science, or as a leader in programming or any other quantitative science, that is not a skill. It is a choice. Let me tell you a little bit about a story to give you a little bit of an insight into what choice I mean actually. So you will sooner or later always have a similar story where you have similar feelings and where similar things are at stake in your career sooner or later. So the following story. I once worked for a business development project, and so at the end of the project there was very senior rounds that got together, and there was, for example, VP of my function in this meeting, and so a couple of levels above me, and his boss and his peers. And they were talking about this new development opportunity and whether they should invest there. So this was not about, just a couple of millions. This was actually quite a lot of money. Yeah, a couple of millions is also a lot of money. And during this time, there was a mention about design features that we could use to improve the probability of success. And that feature got mentioned by the VP of statistics. So my step supervisor, much higher. And I understood that this design feature will actually not improve the probability of success. And when that VP said that, and I was thinking like, no, this is wrong. I was thinking like, what do I do now? Do I speak up and tell to my step supervisor's supervisor that my VP of statistics is wrong? Or do I just shut up and think like, well, I don't want to expose myself? It took me minutes to think about this. And the call was nearly over when I got the courage to actually speak up and say that, yeah, we can do this feature and it has these opportunities and these benefits, and it will not improve. That was a choice to speak up. It's not a skill. Of course, you can learn to speak up and tell the truth in such a way that people can better live with it, that people can hear it, all these kind of different things. Still, there's a choice that you need to make to act despite the fear. And believe me, I was nervous. I was really fearful. Is that the end of my career at this company? Fortunately, it was not. Yeah, that higher up manager was completely fine with how I explained it, and there was no repercussions whatsoever. Will that always be the case? Probably not. I definitely had other situations where it was not the case. Still, I love much more the Alexander that talked up, because I also know the Alexander that didn't speak up, that didn't say something. And these situations are things I'm not proud about. These are the situations where I didn't find the courage, and yet I found excuses. This other person will know about it. It will not be that bad. I maybe don't have time. Maybe I don't have the experience. Maybe I'm wrong. All kind of different things. It is so easy for us to not speak up and then rationalize about it. Come up with excuses. Now, this will not help. This will not help with the team, the company, the patients ultimately. And so if you want to improve something, if you want to change something, or if you want to stop, certain things that are actually really, really bad, you will need to expose yourself and you will need to become visible. That is part of statistical leadership. And that has nothing to do with your title. That has nothing to do with how many direct reports you have. It has something to do with what kind of a statistician, data scientist or programmer you want to be. On which values do you make your decisions? I suggest you have a look into your past. What are the decisions you are proud about? What are the decisions you're not proud about? What were these stories where you said something, you acted despite the fear? Where did you get that courage from? Get more courage from there. Become a statistical leader. That will make a huge difference in your team, in your organization, and if we all do that, it will have a huge impact on society.